This is from the Super Gospel, page 244. That's what it looks like. This is the old one. But the kingdom is even now prepared for you, so look to yourselves. See, I have told you all things in advance. So if they should say to you, look, he is out in the desert, do not go forth. Look, in the uttermost rooms, do not believe it. You know how lightning strikes in the east and lights up the west. The coming of the Son of Man will be like that. And the land that you see ruling now will be laid waste and untrodden, and all of mankind will see its desolation. Wherever there is a carcass, the vultures will be sure to gather. But if the Most High grants that you should live, after the third day you will see it thrown into confusion. But in the days immediately following the distress of those times, there will be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars. Now with regard to the signs, the sun will be dim, the moon will not furnish her light. Then the sun will suddenly shine at night, and the moon during the day. A tree will bend down and stand upright. Blood will drip from out of wood, and stones will speak, and the people will be distressed, and the stars will fall from the sky. And in this world nations will be tormented and perplexed by the roaring and billowing of the sea. Behold, the days are coming when fear will seize all of those who live on the earth, and the land will be devoid of faith. Men will grow cold with fear and dread because of what is taking place, for the powers of heaven will all be shaken. Then the sign of the Son of Man will appear in the sky, and the nations of the world will beat their breasts. At that time they will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with tremendous power and magnificent glory. On the day that the Messiah comes, it will be even as a flock of doves surrounding him as a crown. He will tread upon the vault of heaven, led forth by the sign of the cross. The whole world will see him, even as the sun shining from the eastern to the western horizons. All his angels will surround him at his coming. And he will send them forth at the great trumpet call, and they will gather all his chosen ones from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other, and from the farthest reaches of the earth to the uttermost regions of heaven. And when all of these things begin to take place, it will be time to rise and lift your heads, for your deliverance has finally come. Then he spoke a parable to them. Take the fig tree, and every other tree as well. Now work out the mystery of the fig tree. When its tender limbs grow out and sprout leaves, at that moment you can see for yourselves and know that summer is coming. And so it will be that when you see all these things begin to unfold, understand that God's kingdom is at hand, even at the very doors. I am telling you that the truth that this generation will not have passed before all these things are fulfilled at last. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. Therefore, at the end days, this will be the sign of the Most High will show in the sight of all who dwell on earth, when terror overtakes those who are living in the world and they fall into terrible torments and tribulations.